Hey there, so today before beginning, if you like this kind of content, please consider subbing to the channel. And if you want to go further than that, check out the links in the description. You can help out the channel immensely that way. More on that at the end of the video. So today I want to return to the wonderful world of entertainment. And today I want to talk about this continued situation within the anime community. It's insane what we're seeing with voice actors right now and with the brigading that's going on. And apparently, if you have any kind of opinion on that, well, some people, they don't like that if you have that wrong think opinion. You know, the one that decides that it's not going to just listen and believe. The one that says, listen and hey, I want to see some evidence with that. Yeah, it's not welcome. In fact, you have people out there talking about, hey, if you want that, well, maybe we're going to give your name to our attorneys. Why? Because that's harassment, plain and simple. Just a quick note to say, if you post any videos, or threatening messages, your name will be passed along to my attorney. So any videos, either that is the worst typing ever, going out and selecting one that says, I will report any video, or, they're saying, hey, any video out there that has that wrong think opinion, that thing is going down. It is harassment, plain and simple. This is a very serious issue. This is a very serious issue too. And people, they want to talk about that. They want to talk about it. They want to say, again, they don't want to just listen. They want to listen and they want to see proof before they believe. And people that are bringing that up, many YouTubers out there, well, those YouTubers, they're not exactly loved for it. Yeah, there are some YouTubers who have nothing better to do than speculate about a situation they know nothing about and spread utter lies. Spread utter lies. Isn't that interesting? Also, to go further that, and to anyone who thinks I can't catch everyone, I'm working with a division of law enforcement who deals with cyber crimes. So yes, I can. They messed with the wrong lady. Someone says, oh damn, that's serious. Yeah, because it's really criminal to go out and to have an opinion posted on YouTube or to make videos, because people are out there telling you that assault hugging or assault kissing at cons, that's the terrible stuff. And well, it looks like some people, they actually, I don't know, maybe promote certain double standards we should talk about. But anyway, I digress. So really, if you don't know what has happened in the last day, I think this kind of stuff needs to be talked about. You have Funimation saying, everyone, we want to give you an update on the VIX situation following an investigation. Now, you have to wonder what type of investigation has gone on, because when you go out and you look at the evidence that's been presented so far, well, that evidence, it doesn't showcase anything. Again, I see other pictures of pros out there giving people hugs, giving people kisses, and doing far, far worse. In fact, one of those people that decided to sound off actually snuck into a women's restroom and listen to someone else on the other side of a stall, so they can make fun of them at a con. That, it has problems all over it. It's not just one thing, it's many things. Then we look at the faked evidence. We look at people out there that are talking about neck rape, essentially giving a piggyback, and being forced to do that without consent. Only the videos, they don't back that kind of thing up. Then we see faked evidence. We see pictures utilized in ways that do not substantiate claims, pictures that have been outright manipulated or caused to manipulate. So, I'm wondering exactly what kind of investigation is out there. But we see the impact. Following that investigation, there's a recasting here, and then the thing that really hits, Funimation will not be engaging him in future productions. Then they go with this statement, which makes me wonder something, because most people assume that this is about sexual behavior, that this is about those allegations, when, if you look at what's stated here, when it's talking about the celebration of diversity. It makes you wonder, is the guy being taken down because of claims that he won't sign homoerotic art? Is he being taken down because he has a specific religious belief? Would that happen to someone else if they had some other cornerstone of religious foundation, if they had some other type of religious belief? So part of our core mission is to celebrate the diversity of the anime community and to share our love for the genre and its positive impact on all. We do not condone any kind of harassment or threatening behavior being directed at anyone. So when you're talking about harassment, it's very interesting how all of that is being backed up. Again, when we see people putting that best foot forward, when they talk about what transpired, they're not showing anything save words. If we're talking about threatening behavior, where exactly does that come from? What exactly are they talking about in that? Are they talking about this situation? Or are they talking about those claims out there that say, oh my God, Vic now has the alt-right coming in to back him. Oh my God, because anyone that disagrees with me are Nazis. You see stuff like this. You see the man having his life and livelihood shut down. You already saw that. Funimation is not going to bring him back. And when you talk about how people make money in the con circuit, well, you look at all the cancellations. Pretty much places were forced to go and to draw a line in the sand when other pros, they go and they showcase this behavior. And what's more, the way that these folks have been describing it, you would think that if you go to a con, basically that person taking that picture, of him doing this awful thing, well, that person there, I guess they just abide whatever behavior comes along. Any pro out there that's sitting in the same selection as he is, those people, they just basically turn a blind eye while all kinds of terrible behavior go along. But finally, the heroes rise up after 16 years and no pictures or whatsoever. They definitely are shutting down any kind of conversation. Now, of course, that comes after the withdrawal from other shows as well. So essentially, like I said, this guy, his career is done. He is gone. And what is that based on? At the end of the day, what's it based on? Now, Monica, again, says that you going out there and you making videos, you don't know what you're talking about. And hey, if we don't know what we're talking about, again, then show us. Show us the proof that we ask for. Is that such a terrible thing to ask? If someone was going down and taking everything away from you, don't you think you would want that extended to you as well? Don't you think you deserve that courtesy? Or maybe, does that just apply to a person like yourself? Do you only apply that courtesy? And so here is what Monica had to say, though, on this situation. This was her drop in on it. Dropping in to say this: stop harassing my friends and colleagues. You want the truth? It happened to me. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this, but here we are. I don't know you anything, but if it'll stop this from happening to someone else, then so be it. I would tell you everything when I'm ready to do so. Please understand that this is difficult for me, my friends, and my loved ones. Also, for all of those, go to the cop folks. I thought it was a one-time occurrence with someone who had always been creepy with me. I chose to forgive him, even though he didn't ask for forgiveness. I always wonder about that kind of statement there. If you've seen all of the brigading that has gone on before, all of the calls for this guy saying all of these terrible things about him, do you prevent anything from transpiring? How do you protect fandom? I hear about whisper networks within that, the whole setup to communities, saying that creators, they talk to other creators about, well, what about fans? What did you do for those years? When you say this guy is a creepy dude, all of this stuff happens, you got the bad vibe from him, he was doing all of this stuff. What exactly were you doing to protect them? Why wouldn't you go to the cops? Does it make you a hero when you go out and you say, well, finally, since there's this lynch mob, maybe I'll get my torch out too? But continuing on there, it wasn't until several of my dear friends came forward with similar stories recently that I realized that this happens regularly. And just so we're clear, you can be fired from a job for inappropriate behavior without ever having charges brought against you. Right there, you're talking about going, brigading, shutting down someone's life and livelihood while saying that, well, most of what I'm talking about here, it probably wouldn't stand up in a court of law. In fact, that standard doesn't even matter to these folks. It would matter if they were confronted with it, but right now, that doesn't matter when. They don't want that brought up there because, again, it doesn't matter in the court of public opinion. It only matters in a court of law where you're going out and you're trying to burn someone down. I mean, I see all of this stuff posted again by places like Funimation, talking about the celebration of diversity, talking about the idea that they investigated, and talking about the idea that they go out and they value. And I wonder how far that claim goes. I wonder where exactly they stop valuing and where exactly they stop listening. You know, because I've seen people go out and I've seen people say this kind of stuff. And I've also heard people say, listen and believe. Well, Vic said himself, there are two sides to every story. And you know, there are sides like this too, double standards. But I guess when you bring those things up, I guess you're posting videos. I guess all of that's going to someone's attorney. And I guess you're one of those terrible, terrible YouTubers out there that are talking about things. You're probably being investigated for cyber crimes and on. And of course, that proverbial icing on that very, very austere cake, freedom of speech does not equal freedom from consequences, aka you have the ability to speak, but I carry a cudgel and I'll put you in your place if. Before you choose to harass me, I mean, when you get down to words like that, harassment, how are we talking about harassment anymore? In a day where hugs have become an assault form, when kisses, they've become even worse when someone is basically paying you for a picture. What exactly is harassment? What are the words out there? What do they entail? Please be aware that I have attorneys and law enforcement involved. We are taking all threats and harassment very seriously. Any harassment or threats will be screenshot and forwarded. So, you know, out there, basically, you're supposed to remember, listen and believe that innocent until proven guilty, that doesn't matter. So, of course, when they accuse you of harassment, well, that, you know, it's probably already ground in. And of course, this kind of stuff, ignore, double standard, doesn't matter, abort. Remember, if you bring up any of this stuff, it's all alt-right conspiracy, right? I mean, we're getting to that point where everything's going to be ism. You're going to be a sexist or a misogynist. You're already a victim blamer because you ask what exactly is going on. I mean, where exactly is all that substantiation? And it's just going to get worse. Welcome to that thing that they call a gate. Welcome to the anime gate, because this stuff, it's just going to keep going. But anyhow, tell me what you think about this. Now, if you like this kind of content, please consider supporting the channel. You can sub to things you like only the things that you like. Hit that bell for notifications. You got to smack it around a few times sometimes, and leave comments for sure. I want to know what you're thinking, so I always check in. I may not comment on it, but I'm always trying to check in. Also, live streams, you can catch those. Check out the channel, The Umbrella Guy. You can also check out an archive for this this umbrella guy. Basically, we have a lot of iterations of T to the U to the G. As always, too, I want to end by thanking you. I mean, you are the thing that makes any of this stuff possible, and a lot of people, they forgive that. You know, when they're pointing that finger and they're saying, basically, hey, you need to hush up now. You don't know what you're saying. Well, I don't want that. I want your opinions, and I appreciate you. So let me end by saying thank you. Thank you for showing up, and I will do it again next time.